So they go down. I didn't know. I take my L and go out. So they go downstairs and they sue me. Well, they served me with the lawsuit the same day.
The Dallas company sued you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Pops called me. Hey, this guy just delivered these papers. So I'm like, I don't know what they is, Daddy. You know what I'm saying? So, boom, I get come to the house. Boom, they suing me. They suing me for the debt. So I'm like, all right, cool. Boom. So here we go again. So I'm studying this information. So I had to go to that law book, man. And what I found out in Oklahoma, a debt collector can't sue someone in small claims. So in small claims, it's small claims is like you broke my lawnmower, and they bickering back and forth or whatever the case may be. So I drove up a motion to dismiss. So motion practice really ain't in small claims. It's for the people. You know what I mean? And so
what's motion practice like? Actually stating a specific thing that you want to do in court?
So motion practice is like motion for continuance, motions to dismiss, summary judgments, things of that nature.
Okay.
So that's motion practice. It's a lot of legal terms. And so from there, man, I draw me up a motion to dismiss. Same judge. It's the same judge. And it's crazy because looking at it now, it's always been 4 small claim judges, and I just happen to get that same judge.
Okay.
And so we go up there, and I already served my motion to dismiss, and we go back up in front of the judge, and now they're suing me. So the judge said, "What do you got to say?" "He owes money." And she looked at me, and I said, "I got a motion." And she said, "Motion granted."
Whoa.
Yeah. So now
That's
now
crazy.
I'm like, man. So I'm like, in the FDCPA, it's a violation if a debt collector does something and they can't legally do it. So
Oh shit. So basically that was a violation just taking you to court.
exactly.
Oh,
Exactly.
wow.
So what I had to do is, man, then this is the journey that started in federal court. And I promise you. So I'm in my head more than anything, just like everybody else. So I had to really distinguish the first case. So the first case is, you remember I'm telling you, they was like, is this criminal or is this civil? The judge didn't know. So I had to distinguish this, meaning they was throwing terms around like res judicata. So res judicata is if a case has been presented in front of a court and it's been ruled on the merits. Keep in mind, it wasn't ruled on the merits because she thought it was a criminal thing. It's a civil thing. You see what I'm saying? So I had to plead around that and tell the federal courts, like, hey, nah, this ain't res judicata. She didn't even rule on the merits. You know what I mean? So then, in the same case, I had to plead out. When they sued me in small claims, they couldn't sue me in small claims. They had to go to a higher level court to sue me over this debt. And so, man, we did that.
Not to stop you. So is that basically saying like these companies are possibly utilizing the small claims court to scare people into paying debts, knowing they're not gonna bring a motion in order to try to get granted a judgment instead of going through the means because it's more expensive or something?
Different states, different rules.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But here in Texas, man, they got JP court, which is equivalent to small claims court. So it's moves that, consumers can do once they get that lawsuit to get out of that, to get out of that. But so yeah, man, I went to court. You know what I'm saying? I went to court, and the judge, I had my folder, had my recorder, and I just laid out all the paperwork. And the judge, at the time, I think he had back surgery because he had on a brace, and then he had like a special chair that he was in, and then he laid back, and then he read off some, like when you represent yourself pro se, it's a paragraph that they got to read. And he, it's talking about the pitfalls and all this other stuff and the tricks that they do and all this other stuff. You want to get a lawyer. And I'm like, hold on. Are you finna make a ruling based off of law, facts, and evidence? He said, yes, sir. Well, let's go. I'm ready. He said, hey, counsel. He was talking to the lawyer. He said, counsel, I think you need to go out there in the hallway and come up with a settlement with this young man. So, boom, we went outside, and I hit for $3,500. Yeah, man, trust me, man, that shit was better than sex, bro. And I just kept doing it. That right there, man, is what set it off.
That's
right
crazy, because that was going to be one of my questions, was like, the first time that you actually sued or whatever and actually won and got a check, how did that feel? What did that go through? What went through your head? Like, this shit work?
Man, like I said, man, that shit was like sex, bro. Shit was like sex, bro. And still to this day, man, everybody that I walked through that process, bro, they got that same feeling.